We are Emma and Kev. This is our narrowboat home, and these are our dogs Alfie and Molly. These vlogs are a diary of our weekly shenanigans exploring the UK canals. We promise to share the good, bad,
it is rammed. I'm giving up for the minute.
And the silly.
Started with Gumps then, didn't I? But I didn't know what I was going to say.
No, I don't know.
So why not join our midlife crisis boating adventures?
So a little roundup of Crick, really, before you start watching the video. We had a brilliant weekend. However, it was quite different this year, wasn't it, the show?
It was a lot smaller. Where it was so waterlogged last year, the farmer had lost a load of crops, and we were told that it was in the region of 30 grand's worth of crops he'd lost. So he'd redone the field, but he'd made the show come right down, so it was a lot smaller, I felt.
It's more condensed.
Which
there weren't
made it feel a lot busier.
Yeah, there weren't so many independent
stalls there,
were there? And you know, there were a few regulars missing, like the rescue greyhound people weren't there. But it was good. It was a good, you know, a brilliant day out. The evening entertainment was amazing. But also the boats were super busy, like ridiculously busy. When we went down there on the Saturday, we were like, no, the queues were crazy. Lots of them, if you wanted to go on a boat, you have to book on. And another change is that most of the, on the new boats, most of the tours were accompanied. So somebody took you through the boat, which kind of scuppered some of our plans.
Yeah, we tried to do the dares, but it's really hard when you've got somebody stood with you, because they want to tell you about the boat, obviously. And that's what they're being paid to do or volunteering to do. So trying to move stuff, and Tim trying to have a wee or a pup, that wasn't happening.
That was not happening anyway.
So I did.
Okay, Crick 2025. Here we go.
So car's ready, all packed, and we're off. Dogs are whining like mad already, so we're gonna go. We'll see you at Crick.
See you there.
So what I find quite strange is, if you can see down the panelling, it's all quite rippled. I don't know if you can see it all the way down. The welds aren't perfect, far from it, and the inside left a lot to not be desired, but it certainly wasn't finished. I like the layout, but for a revolutionary boat, it leaves a lot to be desired in my view. I like the idea. And the underside, I'm going to try and get a video around the other side. The swim is almost like an intake. So branches, bottles, we can all go through that into the props. So I'd like to, yeah, so we go around the other side, we'll have a look at the other side. So this is the swim on the back of the boat. As you see, it's not traditional, that's normally open. And that's, here is the tiller with the prop there. But what you have, I must look a right banana here, look. Through here, it comes down the side of the boat.
There's going to be a grill on there as well.
Down here,
We did all this.
and it through there. They're saying there's going to be a grill.
This is actually water ballast as well.
Seems a bit strange to me. Could be wrong. Yeah, it's not for everybody, is it?
No,
We
it's
know.
not going to
We
be.
get that.
The thing is, it's never meant to be for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's been about 4 years worth of research.
Yeah.
So then what happened with this was a drift came about as a customer, just like anyone here, and he came for one. And then we had a proper conversation, like a business idea, and it's happened that he's now wanting to fit them out.
Yeah.
So that's why the partnership
Perfect.
came about. So we've done 30 years of plastic fabrication.
Yeah.
And this material has been used in workboats, army boats, navy boats, all over the world. It's not new, it's just new to canal industry.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's the biggest, like I said, it's the biggest change in 100 years.
Yeah, which is different for canals because everyone's quite traditional.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I did quite good research really, so you must be able to
Good.
get my research and
Look at them, that's absolutely spotless. Old boatman's cabin inside. How'd you fancy living on one of them, man? We could live in this bit and we could sell flowers.
Yeah, except I kill flowers.
Emma kills flowers, I kill flowers. Not the best move. They are lovely.
It's a cute little one.
These are all the historic ones.
Sam Batch. 1946.
You know, it's amazing. 1946, it's still floating, still going. Beautiful. That's quite cool. Christopher's nodding at me, so I'm assuming he knows, right? I'm a bit close to the water edge here I go. Lovely world deck. We try and go in this one. Emma's just gone to see if we can book in.
115.
Pardon?
Booked in for 115.
1:15. So we're going to have a little look inside quickly. Beautiful.
It's quite a big well deck, isn't that?
That marble seat table. We've given up. It is rammed. We've given up for the minute. So we think we're going to have to book into some, aren't we? It's got a little bit busy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very busy.
It's if we spin you around, you'll see what we mean. Down there, it's very difficult to walk, see actually what the boats even are.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe someday it'll all work out. Until then, nope, a nope, a nope, a nope, definitely nope, a nope, nope.
So we did manage to book onto two new boats. We queued only for a short amount of time to go on to the Oakham's boat, and we also viewed two used boats because we thought it was important. And I think one of our comments said, you know, not everybody's got the money to buy new. We certainly haven't. And that it would be good to see some used boats. So we did two used boats, three new boats. We were going to do a wide beam, but there were very few wide beams in the show this year. We decided that we would do a top trumps type approach, so that we would try and be consistent in our approach to making judgments about the boats. Obviously, it's our own opinion. And, you know, we like a cruiser stern. We're not keen on a pump out toilet. So our scoring system is based on our own preferences. However, so it is just for a bit of fun, really. However, we did agree 4 categories, and that was social, which was about the space inside, social spaces, external social spaces, well deck, cruiser stern, how many does it sleep, how many does it seat, and does it have a dinette? You know, those kinds of things. You know, in terms of socially, how, you know, what's the boat like? Continual cruising for us, because we are continual cruisers, we looked at it from the perspective of actually how practical is it for continual cruising? Size of the boat, any network restrictions, size of the water tanks, really important, type of toilet, and also the utility, you know, the things like washing machine, dishwasher. I mean, we haven't got a dishwasher.
Did it have solar, things like that, wasn't it?
You know, fridge, freezer, and also solar. What's the power setup on it? Then we've got functionality, so that included the layout, like, you know, actually how does it work as a space, the quality of the finish, the heating, the storage, you know, storage within the boat, and somebody asked about real wood fit out as well. You know, actually, are there many that have real wood fit out? So looking at the quality of that. And then the last one was, what was the last one? Was that, it was those three, is that right? And then cost. So actually, you know, obviously some of them are crazy prices, and so the higher the cost, the lower the score for top trumps. So here are the tours of the boats that we saw. I have to just put a little disclaimer in here because Kev was in charge of the filming, and I have watched a little bit of it. I've watched a little bit of it back. It's a little bit spinny at times, but you know, I guess he's not used to filming in a little
like
space.
With,
a little space.
With 3 of us, the person showing you around, and another 3 couples. There ain't a lot of room.
It's not easy filming inside a narrowboat, certainly when you're not professional videographers. But anyway, here are the boat tours.
So this was Mucky Duck, and she's 140,000. So the three of us have been on the second-hand ones. The problem is, I haven't been able to do a dare yet because we've been escorted on all of them so far. We're going to now head to the new ones. So you've just seen the boats we went on, and we've got our own views on them, and the three that we went on, for us, without a doubt, the Breaking Bad one was the best one, without any shadow of a doubt. It was innovative, they had lots of good ideas. We spoke with the owners and they clearly knew what they wanted when they went to the boat builder and went, make me that. It was very expensive, wasn't it? So for the money that they paid, which we estimate in around region of 300, okay, it's a house, isn't it, and more. But for us, everything on that, apart from the lounge area, the dining room was nice, the fold-up table can make it into a bit of a desk, but the lounge seating area to watch TV, a little bit small, we felt. But for us, the Breaking Bad one should have been the winner. The Oakham's one, really disappointed in the Oakham's one. It was so far from finished. I think they did themselves a massive injustice, even bothering bringing that to the show. It was just unfinished completely. I think they would have been better off not bringing a boat and not showing this year than showing what they did. The Braid Bar one, this is my humble opinion, I don't think you can ever fault the quality of the build of the Braid Bar ones. The quality and the craftsmanship and the workmanship on it is absolutely phenomenal. They are amazingly well-built boats. But having this been my fourth Crick, there was nothing innovative. There was nothing new that they brought. The last 3 years, the layouts have all been the same. This is that, that is that, that is that. As the guy was opening doors, I was going, yeah, that's the dishwasher. That's a spin-out cupboard. That's a corner cut. Yeah, that's a fridge freezer under the dinette. There was nothing that was different in the last 4 years that they bought. So for me, that was a little bit disappointing. I think if you're going to display something like that, they are very traditional braid bars. And I'm not knocking a braid bar in any way, shape or form, because the quality is just out of this world. They are well built boats. But I think you get a certain package. This is a braid bar boat. You either like it or you don't like it. You buy it or you don't buy it, because this is how we lay them out. So for me, there was nothing innovative. There was nothing new on the boat that made me go, whoa, that should be best in show or anything. But the Breaking Bad one just had so much tech on it. And let's be honest, we are in 2025. We live in a technological world. It had an absolute truckload of tech on it. And it works. Just because you live on a narrowboat doesn't mean you have to live like it's 1840 with a bucket to wee and poo in and things like this. So yeah, we didn't. The boat that won the best in boat, what was it called? Can you remember? Vampire. We missed our slot. We were on another boat at the time and overrun, so we missed our slot. So we didn't go on Vampire, so we can't comment on it. I did look on the outside of it, and it did look quite nice. And we can't comment. We didn't go on it. We missed our slot.
But out of the ones
we saw, the three that we saw, the three new ones that we saw, for us, Ovation Boat should have won it with Breaking Bad. Oakham's was just a complete disappointment. I don't know why they bothered even showing a boat, to be quite honest. It was so unfinished, it was unbelievable. And the braid bar was, yeah, very lovely, but yeah, very predictable again. And if that's what you want from a boat, braid bar's the way ahead, without a doubt. I would love the quality build of the braid bar, but with some of the innovative stuff from the other boats. So that's our roundup, my kind of outspoken opinions as normal. It's just our opinion, and apart from us, it means nothing to anyone really. We're not an authority on narrowboats, far from it. It was a really good boat show. Really good boat show, wasn't it? Loved it.
Crick's always a good weekend away.
It is, yeah. And even entertainment is always, never lets down, does it always delivers. And of course, we were there with other vloggers as well, which is always nice to catch up with other vloggers and see what they're doing, see where they're moving to and what they're all doing. And some of them we'd never met before, had we? Sonia and Tony, same shit, different day. We'd never met them. We watched them and that, and he said they watched us, but we've never met, so that was lovely. But if you've never been to Crick, thoroughly recommend going. Mondays are quieter than any other day, so if you're not great with crowds, probably do a Monday ticket, isn't it? If you don't like crowded events, probably go on the Monday. So yeah, that's our roundup of Crick. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, apologies for the quite shoddy camera work by the cameraman. Maybe next year he'd be used to the tech.
I'm going to send him on a training course.
Woo! Another training course I won't pass, or I'll just ignore. It's very hard to film in a boat with a thing like this, with people trying to shuffle past you, and you're trying to get a dishwasher in like this and have a go. I couldn't do it. But anyway, it was a really good weekend, wasn't it? It took us a couple of days to get over it. But that was Crick 2025. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button and feel free to subscribe. It is completely free as always. And we'd love to hear some more comments from you. So leave the comments and we'll reply. When I say we're, the royal we will reply. But for this week and for the Crick 2025 vlog, thank you very much for watching and take care.
Bye. Okay, so we started with Gumph then, didn't I? But I didn't know what I was going to say. So we
no, I don't know what we. You got a stick sticking out this side, darling.
Got what?
Got a branch sticking out this side. You're away. You're going to miss it. Just don't come over. You'll have to cut that bit. Oh, sorry, tunnel. No, bridge.
All you can hear when you're going there is people tapping on the side.
Is it?
I'm like, come in.
We did the same though. We tapped on the side.
We did.